What's going on YouTube? We back with another quick breakdown. And in this video, we got the legendary comedian Corey Holcomb, and he's with his 5150 crew. And in this particular clip, Corey is talking about the hypocrisy behind the way that the college coaches have become very, very disrespectful and seemingly jealous of Deion Sanders, saying that basically his team is playing for clicks and their team is playing for wins. But obviously when the coach said that, he held a press conference just so that he could say that on television. So if that's not doing something for clicks, I don't know what is. But Corey also talked about how accomplished Deion Sanders was as a football player, and these coaches acting as if they're beating him personally if they beat his team. And Deion even spoke about that as well. So let's listen to what Corey has to say. I want to hear your comments about the situation. Do you think that college coaches are teaming up against Deion Sanders because they don't want to see a brother succeed? All of a sudden now they're joining forces against Deion to beat his team. So let's listen to what Corey has to say about it.
But there's a brother on ESPN that is clever as fuck and be giving it to their ass. I mean, I done seen him do things for Master too, but he real clever with how he talk about people in sports. His name is Ryan Clark.
Yeah, I know.
Ryan Clark be saying some clever stuff, man. Brian, I be watching you, bro. I love the way you put that coach on blast that tried to put Deion Sanders on blast. The coach from Oregon, you know, they beat Colorado this past week.
Yeah.
And he said, we're not playing for likes. We're playing for clicks. We're not playing for clicks. We playing for wins. And I love the way Ryan Clark basically said, when you said what you said, you did that for clicks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, all y'all motherfuckers who don't like Deion because he's changing the way the coaching game is going, because people are going to want to play. There will be a lot of people who's going to want to play for a Deion Sanders type than your bland, I inherited this job ass. When I was watching the NFL this week, I looked at the coach of the Bears. I looked at the coach of the Chargers. I looked at the coach of the Vikings. I looked at the coach for the motherfucking, you name it. How do these motherfuckers get coaching jobs?
They be young, too. A black coach got to be like 69 with two strokes under his belt.
That's what he said.
I want to know what their background is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's
You know what their background is?
Whiteness.
Caucasian.
Oh.
It's like when you watch the NFL, you like, are you fucking serious? Look at the coach of the 49ers.
So basically, they're hating on him.
And they act like this is a great coach.
He's
How? Because his daddy was a coach? That make him a great coach? He got great players. That's what make coaches shine, when you get good players. But every once in a while, you get a man like Deion Sanders who win a couple of games with nothing. You can't tell me Colorado is supposed to be 3-1 because they ain't got the type of squad that would be 3-1. If Deion wasn't there, they'll be 1-3 like they was last year.
Yeah,
and this makes them coaches mad.
And I have to completely agree with Corey. They don't want him to be successful. But what's ironic about it, his success means that he's building young men of character. So what they're doing, they're trying to discredit him any way that they can, instead of looking at the positive side of it, where he's building young men up to be successful either as professional football players or as professionals in life. He's building men of character. So that should be the story, not all the other silliness about the sunglasses and him wearing a hat. None of that has to do with his ability to teach young men to have accountability, discipline, and these type of qualities are going to carry on for these young men for the rest of their lives. That's the story. When you think about it, why whenever there's a brother who's being successful in sports, all of a sudden you have this avalanche of negative press? But none of the positive things that the coach is doing is ever put to the forefront. That's something to think about because you don't see that with other coaches. You can't tell me that every coach in the NCAA is an angel. That's not the truth. But what they do, they create narratives about other coaches where they don't share some of the negative stories about certain coaches. So this is just something to think about. I completely agree with Corey. I think that they're joining forces to beat Deion so that he's not successful. I don't understand why they're triggered by his success. I don't understand why they're jealous of his success. He's a Hall of Fame football player. Of course, he's going to be a successful coach. He not only understands the game, he played the game at a high level, highly connected, so he can create a team of coaches that are going to build a great program. What's there to hate about that? And that's something that we need to think about. Leave your comments below. I want to hear what you think about this situation. I think that Coach Sanders is doing an amazing job. And I think Corey speaking on it brings this particular issue to the forefront for people to take a deeper look on the unnecessary hate that Coach Prime is getting from other coaches in college football. And like we always say, let's change the narrative and refocus the optics. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one.